Have you ever left a conversation feeling completely drained? Like, without even realizing it. Some people just suck out your energy, your peace, and even your focus and motivation. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus said something I really love. Only surround yourself with those who lift you up, who bring out the best in you. Today, we're going to talk about 7 types of people who, even if they don't mean to, can become obstacles on your path to emotional balance and personal growth. And of course, I'll share practical tips so you can protect yourself and keep control of your life. If this sounds like something you're into, go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you don't miss out. Let's dive in. 1. The manipulator. Let's start with a person who knows exactly how to mess with your emotions, sometimes without you even noticing. The manipulator is a type who flatters you, plays the victim, and creates situations that make you feel obligated to act how they want. Picture this. A co-worker always asks you for favors you don't have time for, but they say it in a way that makes it really hard to say no. Before you know it, you're carrying responsibilities that aren't really yours. It's a subtle emotional game. Manipulation usually doesn't come with yelling or threats. It's more invisible, a quiet pressure that slowly chips away at your well-being. How to deal with it? First, recognize a pattern. Then learn to set clear, firm, but polite boundaries. Don't be afraid to say no. You're not responsible for other people's happiness at the expense of your own. Epictetus reminds us that the only thing we truly control is how we respond to situations. So take control of your emotional space. 2. The drama magnet. Have you noticed how some people seem to attract chaos, crises, and turbulence wherever they go? They walk into a room and suddenly everything turns into a storm. Gossip, misunderstandings, arguments. At first, it might seem fun or interesting because, let's be honest, drama always grabs attention. But over time, that constant tension wears you down. Stoicism teaches that inner peace is the highest priority. So when drama strikes, practice detachment. Listen if you want, but don't get emotionally entangled or simply step away. And here's the thing, you don't need to feel guilty about that. Taking care of yourself isn't selfish, it's necessary. 3. The toxic positivity. Sometimes, the person who wants to help by showering you with positivity ends up denying your real feelings. Have you ever been sad, frustrated, or upset only to hear something like, "Come on, just think positive," or "It could be worse, right?" Which deep down makes you feel invisible. Stoicism isn't about pretending everything is fine. It's about accepting reality as it is, the pain and the joy alike. So allow yourself to feel your emotions, give them the space they need, and only then make decisions with a clear mind. 4. The time vampire. Everyone knows that one co-worker, friend, or family member who seems to consume your time with endless chats, requests, or constant interruptions. You plan to work or study, and suddenly they show up with just a minute, which somehow stretches into an hour. To protect yourself, use productivity techniques, like the Pomodoro method, to block your focus time. Also, communicate your availability clearly and practice saying no when necessary. Seneca said life can be long if we know how to use it well. Taking care of your time is taking care of your life. 5. The chronic complainer. Some people complain about everything, all the time. They're a constant source of negative energy. Being around them without boundaries can drain your motivation and joy. You can listen and understand, but you don't have to absorb that negativity. Whenever possible, try steering the conversation toward solutions, or simply limit your exposure if you notice it's hurting your well-being. 6. The eternal victim. The eternal victim is the person who always blames the world for their problems and never takes responsibility for their own actions. They get stuck in stories of injustice, waiting for someone else to fix everything for them. Stoic philosophy teaches the opposite: personal responsibility and action in the face of adversity. Offer empathy, yes, but don't carry their burden for them. Help, but don't lose yourself in the process. 7. The naysayer, the discourager. Have you ever shared a dream with someone, and only heard criticism and doubt in response? That's the naysayer. They point out the risks, limit your possibilities, and unintentionally plant fear. When this happens, respond with questions that encourage positive reflection. Foster constructive conversations without losing sight of your vision. Don't let other people's fear decide your path. These 7 profiles are common, and sometimes we even find ourselves slipping into one of them. The most important message is, be mindful. Observe others, yes, but above all, observe yourself. Stoicism isn't a guide to judging others, but a practice of self-awareness and self-control. So, which of these types do you encounter most? Or maybe see in yourself? Drop a comment below. I want to hear your story. Remember, you can't control everything that happens, but you can control who you let into your world and how you react to situations. Thanks for watching all the way through. See you in the next video.